Today we're going to learn simple present tense. So simple present tense can come in three forms. The first one is positive statement. Positive statement, for example, she likes pizza. The second one is negative statement. For example, she does not like pizza. The third one is question form. For example, does she like pizza? But today, we're only going to learn simple present tense in positive statement. Alright, move on to learning goals of today. We will learn when to use simple present tense, the formula to build it, learning what is subject pronoun, and also different types of verbs to use in a simple present tense. So the first one, formula to build a simple present tense. The basic formula to build it is using the subject verb story. We put it in a table so that you can see it clearer. For example, he eats pizza or I eat pizza. So he and I here is referring to subject, and eats and eat is referring to verb, which is the action, and story is the pizza. So we know that what is he eating? He's eating a pizza. So he and I, referring to subject pronoun, is also known as the person who is doing the action. Moving on, we will learn when to use simple present tense. There are three ways that we can use simple present tense. The first one is fact. When we're telling a fact, for example, the sun rises in the east. We know that this will not change yesterday, today, or tomorrow. The sun will not rise in the east today and rise in the west tomorrow. So we know that this is a fact. When we know that this is a fact, we need to use simple present tense. The second one is the most common situation when we use simple present tense. For example, I play games every Friday, or I eat breakfast every day. When we are telling about repeated actions, things that you do from time to time, from day to day, and you see the word every, is usually referring to repeated actions, and we need to use simple present tense. The third one is instructions. When we tell people, wear your mask or close the door, we also need to use simple present tense. Third one, we will learn what is subject pronoun. So do you know what is subject pronoun? He, she, it, and I, you, we, they. All of these are considered as subject pronoun. So moving on, we will learn what are the different types of verbs for simple present tense. Okay, now we are going to learn different types of verbs when we are writing simple present tense. When we see here, we can see that I had divided the examples into two rows. So we can see that he, she, it, there are S to the verb. For example, he eats pizza or she eats pizza. When we're using he, she, and it, we need to plus S to the verb. And where else? When we're writing a sentence, simple present tense, using I, you, we, or they, we do not need to add S to the verb. So we can see here, I eat pizza or you eat pizza. I do not need to plus S to my verb. So there is a small trick for you to remember. When we're writing simple present tense using he, she, or it, we can remember it as when you only have one person because he, she, or it refer to one person or one thing. When you're one, you need a friend, which is Spider-Man. So whenever you're writing using he, she, or it, plus S to your verb because Spider-Man is there for you. And when you're writing using I, you, we, or they, you, we, or they can refer to more than one person. So when you have a lot of people, you do not need friend, which is Spider-Man. so you do not need to plus s to your verb. Whereas for I, you just remember I as number one, or I think of himself as the biggest, so I do not need Spider-Man too. So again, he, she, or it needs Spider-Man plus s to your verb. I, you, we, or they do not need to add s because they have a lot of people, and I think of himself as the biggest. So now let us learn verbs for he, she, or it while we are writing simple present tense. So not all verbs plus s, but most verbs we only need to plus s to complete the verb. For example, drink become drinks, cook become cooks, cake become cakes. And there are certain cases where there are words ends with s, sh, ch, and s. We need to plus es. For example, kiss, we can see the word s here, so we need to plus es. Kiss become kisses. When we see the word ends with sh, we need to plus es to become finishes. And when we see the word ch, the words end with ch, so we plus es to become teaches. The last one is fix. The words ends with x, so we plus es to become fixes. The third one, when we see words ends with a consonant and a y, what does this mean? For example, carry. We can see that there is a y here, and is R a consonant? Yes. So we need to delete the y and plus ies. So carry will become carries. For this one, fry. We see a y and is R a consonant? Yes. So we delete the y and plus ies. So fry will become fries. The third one, try. R is a consonant, there is y, so we delete the y and plus ies. So try will become tries. So now let us practice the verbs that we have learned just now. For example, he carry his bag every day. So we see the word R and Y. R is a consonant and there is Y, so we delete the Y and plus ies. So it becomes he carries his bag every day. The second one, she teach English every week. We see that the word ends with ch, so we need to plus es. So it becomes she teaches English every week. The third one, it eat in the cave all the time. So usually eat we just plus s, so it becomes it eats in the cave all the time. And now proceeding to the second category, I, you, we, they. Remember, we do not need to plus s to the verb. So I drink Milo every day. You play basketball every week. We sleep on our bed all the time. They walk to school every week. So this table is for you to do your revision. You can either print it or write it down or just take it as a picture to save it. So again, most verbs we plus s. For example, drink become drinks. And there are words that ends with s, sh, ch, and x. Kiss, finish, teach, fix, all of these we plus es. And the last one, words that ends with a consonant and a y, which means that all the other letter except for vowel, a, e, I, o, u. So for example, carry, there's a consonant, there's a y, we need to delete the y and plus ies. So carry will become carries. So remember, all of these verbs are only for he, she, it when you are writing a simple present tense. Whereas for I, you, we, and they, we do not need to plus any verb. You can see here. Do not need to plus any verb. Do not need to plus any s to your verb. I'm sorry. So that's all for today.